Hello. This is Nona's Mouse House, and I would like to read you another story. I go to the hospital the day after tomorrow, and I wanted to make sure that you had several new stories while I was gone, and then we'll have some new ones after I get back. This story is called Listening with My Heart, and it's by Gabby Garcia, and it's illustrated by Ying Hu Tan. Okay. Let's see what this story has to say. The first couple pages are for mommies and daddies and teachers. But here we are. Esperanza's tummy fluttered as she practiced her lines on the porch. Today was the class play. Waiting for Mama to walk her to school, she paced back and forth when she spotted a heart-shaped rock. Do you see that? Esperanza picked it up and showed it to Mama as soon as she stepped outside. I see you found a little treasure, said Mama. Esperanza rubbed its rough surface and felt a twinkle of joy. Maybe it's a sign. For what? Asked Mama. She thought about the class play later that afternoon, wondering what it would finally be like in the spotlight. To put my heart into everything I do, she answered. At that moment, they heard scratching and a soft cry. Esperanza peeked under the stairs and spotted a little tiny kitty shaking and shivering. Her mama was nowhere around. She scooped the kitten up on her lap and cuddled her. Oh, she's all alone, and I think she's hungry. Esperanza reached for her lunch bag and pinched off a piece of chicken and offered it to the kitty, who gobbled it up. Mama, I think the rock is a reminder to spread kindness and love. That's what we do when we listen to with our hearts. I think you're onto something, said Mama. Can we keep Cleopatra, please? Asked Esperanza, who had already named the kitty. Queens are always welcome at our house, said Mama. If she's still here after school, we'll take her in. At school, Esperanza was more focused on the play than on math or reading. Clutching her script during recess, she noticed Beo sitting alone on a bench. He was new in school this week and didn't speak much English. She wondered if he felt lonely or scared. Esperanza found a soccer ball and kicked it over to him. A smile spread across Beo's face. He stood, popped the ball in the air, and then bounced it between his knee and his head a few times. Dude's got moves, thought Esperanza. They spent recess giggling and making up hand signals. That's fun. Afterwards, Esperanza borrowed Mrs. Owen's English-Vietnamese dictionary, and she wrote the word friend in Vietnamese and then drew a picture of Beo and her. And then she put it on his desk. Esperanza rubbed the rock in her pocket. Listening with her heart made her feel very peaceful inside. Finally, it was time for the performance. It was too late for Beo to be in the play, but he stood at Mrs. Owen's side as a stagehand. Excitement bubbled as Esperanza awaited her cue. Esperanza walked on stage, tripped as she was about to say her first line, and then splattered across the stage. Oh no. When she got up, she forgot her lines, so Mrs. Owen whispered them to her from backstage. Heat rushed through Esperanza's body as all eyes were glued to her. Oh, she wished she could just disappear. I ruined the play. thought Esperanza, rushing off stage as soon as she'd finished her part. I messed up in front of everyone. She tucked herself in behind some props so that no one would see her. Esperanza noticed her body shaking and her face burning. She took a deep breath and dug the rock out of her pocket. It was cracked and lopsided, just like how she felt. Esperanza touched her hand to her heart and felt the disappointment. Bayo found Esperanza a few minutes later and handed her a drawing with the word friend written above it. Esperanza nodded. She hadn't been treating herself like a friend. Esperanza realized this wasn't the first time she had been unkind to herself. At the soccer game last weekend, she'd missed the ball that swooshed by her head, and they lost the game. "Nice work," a player from the other team yelled as the others laughed. Esperanza thought she'd let her team down and that she was the worst soccer player in the world. Thinking those thoughts had made her feel even worse. At the curtain call, Esperanza reminded herself that she hadn't ruined the play. She had had an accident, and accidents happen to everyone. Listening with her heart wasn't just about giving kindness and love to others. It was about giving it to herself, too. I can be a friend to myself, thought Esperanza. When Esperanza got home, she focused on her favorite things. She zipped down the hill on her bike and then spent the afternoon painting at the kitchen table. She also got the hug that she needed from her mama and some cuddles from Cleopatra. The end. I like that she learned that she can be a friend to others and a friend to herself. Listening with our hearts is a very good idea. Nona loves you very much with all of her heart. And she can't wait until we can be together again. Love you. Bye-bye.